Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Dr. Nana here again. Today I want to talk to the Nigerian people, Nigerian community. And to be specific, I really want to address some of the issues that are going on now in Nigeria. Now, I want to start with leadership. What is leadership? Leadership involves practical skills, okay? Leadership encompasses that ability of an individual or group to be able to lead. Now, who is a leader? A leader is that person who knows the road, follow that road, and then carry people to show them that road. That's a leader. The other aspect I want to talk about is policy, because I'm a policy person and I'm a leader. A policy person is that person who would have gotten that degree to become an authority in that field, or someone who has worked in that sector before you can address yourself as a policy person. So what is a policy? Policies are a set of principles. Policy is a set of principles, regulations, ideas, decisions that when put together by policymakers and adopted by lawmakers, signed by the president, and becomes a law. So that is how policy comes to life. Everything in life has to do with policy. So before you address yourself as a policy person, make sure you are able to defend that word, policy. That's on that. So we're going to go deeper on that. Now, insanity is doing the same thing over and again and expecting different results. The reason why our Nigerian community have not been able to move forward is because people who makes a lot of noise, they are the people who they put in those positions. They are not leaders. They are not leaders. That's why the first thing they do when they get there is begin to steal, like these three ladies we talked about. These are not leaders. These are not policy people. They don't even know the heck what they are doing. So insanity is doing the same thing over and again and expecting different results. On today's episode, I want to alert the government of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You're doing a great job thus far, tracing where all those monies are being, and you're bringing them out. But I want to let you know that nothing will be achieved or accomplished if the security of the country is not taken care of. The reason why we are having this issue over and again is because the people that are leading, they are not leaders. They are not the right people in those positions. Look at the shootout between police, army, and kidnappers. That's because the system is now corrosive. People now have infantry to go to estates to pick
and get 60 million naira ransom for the release of the daughters by Friday, the 12th of January. The bandits killed the eldest girl, Najiba, when money could not be raised.
Nigeria's federal capital, Abuja, after over 10 months of silence from the bandits. Bandit last week attacked travelers on the Abuja-Kaduna highway and abducted over 30 people. Also, 10 persons were kidnapped in Dussia-Laji area of the FCT Abuja after gunmen reportedly dressed as military men invaded the community. Government to help us with security here and in the whole country.
You know, mainly being the problem of many things that is happening here.
Pick up a family and then poof one of them. Come on now. Is that a country? What are we doing? We need to wake up. This is not right. This is not how to lead. So the reason why I talked about people calling themselves policy people when they are not, there are some clowns online calling themselves that they are policy people, that they should bring them into some sectors. You are not a policy person. You probably don't even know what policy is. So it's easy to make so much noise online and then chase clout and then say things, bombastic things. You have to go out of norms to make all those noise and call yourself a policy person and ask them to put you in a position that you will clean up. No, you cannot, because you are not a policy person. I really want to alert Ahmed Bola Tinubu that you have the mandate in your hands. The mandate has been given to you to take care of that country. You know exactly what to do. And the time start counting from the day you were sworn in. And let me say it to you, Your Excellency, even if when you become crippled, the mandate is in your hand to complete the assignment God has given to you to do. You need to clean up the system. You're doing a good job thus far, but you need to go into the arena of security to restore security in that nation. Leave no stone unturned. That's your mandate, to bring back Nigeria into sanity. So now this takes me to those men and women in the pulpit. I know that many of you send people online to say all sorts of things. But I want to remind you all that your time, it's over. Your time, it's over. Even your repentance time, it's over. Your disgrace will not be hidden. This is from above. Your disgrace, I can't even believe I'm saying this. Your disgrace will not be hidden. Many years ago, the Lord said that your disgrace will not be hidden. And now, He is going to visit you on that pulpit where you have been lying. He will visit you on that pulpit and disgrace you for the whole world to see. And He said that your words will not be confused. The world will know that it is God that has come to avenge for His children that you have deceived for many years. You don't have no time to contest that anymore. And let me tell you, whether you like it or not, God has already risen His army to clean up the house and lead His children back to Him that you have deceived for many, many decades. So you have no time. So that's on that. So I want to alert all these cloud chasers in Nigeria. Stop claiming what you are not. Abike Dabiri was a news person. She made so much noise and it gave her position. Let anyone stand up and tell me what Abike Dabiri has been able to accomplish for the Nigerian people. Abike Dabiri, this lady. What has she been able to accomplish since they put her in that position? Nothing that I can see. Now, Festus Keyamo, Festus Keyamo was very loud until they gave him a position. What has Festus Keyamo been able to accomplish? During the election, here in this channel, we're the one that used the silent majority. The first people that used that word silent majority. Then the minister in Nigeria used it to argue the case for Bola Ahmed Tinubu without even giving credit to the people he heard it from. So Nigerians, if you want to move forward as a country, you need to learn how to give credit to people. You need to learn how to claim what you are. Now, if this lady, in my view, she's a medical doctor, I think she's qualified to lead in the medical field. Probably if she was in the medical field, she would perform better. But no, they put her in where she doesn't even know anything about. All that she can do is to what? What did they? 3 billion within a few months. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. So now, because I'm a policy person, I'm an authority in that field, I am proposing a policy to the administration. They need to think about it, that all these nonsense churches, where you see one building, this one building having different type of churches. What are you preaching? What are you doing? These are not churches. These are business people. Now, my policy goes like this, that I am proposing for the administration to adopt and look into it. There has to be a policy that as a non-NGO, as an NGO, because they register all these churches as NGOs, right? The board of trustees. No family member should be part of that board of trustees. Because this is their personal business. The reason why when one of them, exit, they'll put their son, their daughter, their wife, and all of that. It's because it's a business. They registered it as a business entity. A non-governmental business entity. They don't pay taxes. They're supposed to do social contribution and all of that. So if they call it a church and they register it as a business and put their family members as board members, how is it a church? How is it a church of God? That is their business that you are donated to for many years. And Nigeria is destroyed by these so-called stupid GUs. They are in business. So my policy proposal is that there has to be a policy shift that any of these churches should not have any of their members, a board of directors as their family members. That has to be regulated. If you want to call it a church, those board of directors cannot be your family member. It has to be something that you have to appoint people. You have to be a vote. I attend a church here. The family members are not in their board members. That's not how a church is supposed to be run. So as long as there's no policy regulating that you can just go ahead and register a company and call it a church and be collecting free money, and you have your wife and your children as board of directors, that is not a church. That's a business. So the policy proposal is that there should be a regulation that if you are having a religious body, the board of directors will not include any of your family member, and there has to be an election. I think here in the church that I attend, every 2 years, there's an election to elect new board of directors. So it can't be that you are calling it a church, your wife, your children, your son, your daughters, they are all the board of directors. I have an NGO. My NGO consists of my family because it's an NGO. It's not a church, right? So this is my policy proposal. to the administration. Also, another policy proposal is that there cannot be two different churches in one building. Right now in Nigeria, look, they have more than that. Those are all policies. We have to clean up the system one way or the other. We need to clean up the system one way or the other. The system has to be clean one way or the other. And this system cannot be clean unless there are policy agendas, because there's a problem. A policy is being developed when there's a problem, and this is a problem. Obviously, we have a problem in Nigeria because the churches has taken over everything. It was when me and my husband spoke about 2 years ago. We spoke about you cannot just hear somebody who was.
It's other third party voice that you will hear that I want to pray with this man. God used it to heal my this after I finished it. God, 1 week after I'm good. But these people will come and show you on television that they are praying in a gathering of whatever, in gathering of 2091. That they had in Jesus' name somebody that was blind. But we just come and say, yeah, this color, what is this color? It's yellow. What is this color? It's black. How? How did and the person said that he has never seen in his life. And he can call the colors. Nigerians are my brothers and sisters. We need to be real. Because sometimes we say that these people
blind and he start telling you colors. That's when people started knowing that Chris Oyakilome has been using that he has hit people, and they would bring things and say, what color is this? What color is that? People, it doesn't happen like that. That's fake, fraud. It was when myself and my husband talked about it in our channel 2 years ago. That's when people started realizing that there's no such thing. If you have been blind for many years, you are not privy to no colors. But Chris Oyakilome used that for many, many decades. And the Lord is saying to you, them all now, is going to visit them. Mark the word. He's going to visit them on that pulpit. And their language, he said, will not be confused. People, the world will know that he has come to avenge for his children that they have deceived all this year. So, in rounding up today, you, those cloud chasers online, call yourself policy people, and they should put you in a position that you are not a policy person. All you need to know is that when they put you there because of your cloud and BS that you talk about, you go there and fail like all this three ladies who are, in my view, they are full of disgrace already. Disgrace is already part of their life because of what they did. This lady would have thrived if she was in the medical field that she qualified for. If they had put her there, she would know exactly what to do. But because they put her in where she doesn't know anything about, through whatever means, all she got disgrace. So a leader is that person who knows the road, follow the road, and then carry his team and show them the road to follow. I want to thank you all for listening today. Take care now.